it's Ashley and welcome back to my channel. Today, Nova and we're gonna do a little MS update. So I have been on Aubagio for 3 months now. I started back in February and things are going good, I guess. I really wanted to make this video because of something that happened a couple of days ago. So I like to overthink things, and I was in the mind space, like everything was good. The medication stopped making me feel so sick. I did get sick like 2-3 days ago, kind of my fault. I did a really hard workout for myself, but I did get sick that night. But most nights I don't get sick anymore. It used to make me feel really nauseous, really like just like curled up in a fetal position, like in pain, kind of like stomach pain. So that stopped happening. And I thought that I was like, okay, everything's good. Like I'm getting used to this medication. I'm not noticing any new symptoms or anything like that. And so I went and I met with my nurse practitioner just to do a checkup and to get more blood drawn again, because I am just a human like pincushion. I freaking hate getting my blood drawn. I'm sure I'll say that multiple times, like many more times as this goes on. But did all that. She asked me like, did you see any new symptoms? Like, are you still feeling good? And I'm like, yeah, everything's great. Like, just take my blood again and I'll just move on about my life because everything's fine. Well, literally the very next day, my right arm started feeling like I was having like growing pains. And I'm 24, so I'm not growing anymore. Like that's it for me. I'm about as average as it's gonna get. So I was like, this is kind of weird. Like my arm feels really weird. I don't, like what is this? But I was thinking, you know, maybe I just got done talking to my nurse practitioner. My hair is so weird. I have flyaways in like every single video. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, so I was thinking like, you know, maybe it's like all in my head. Maybe I'm just imagining that something's wrong because it's too good to be true with how this year has been going. I'm like, no, there's no way that everything's great. But I was like, okay, that's weird. So I ignored that and I was like, it'll go away. It practically lasted all day. And I was still, by the end of the day, like, no, like, I'm completely fine. I don't know what this is. Maybe I need water. Like, I don't know. I had no idea, but I was like, no, it can't be a new symptom. Like, everything's working. This medication is working for me. I just got back from the doctor where I told her everything was working. So I was like, no, this is just something weird. Really? I can't play fetch with you right now, okay? I'm not gonna play fetch with you right now. I might play fetch with her a little bit. Okay, so I ignored that, and then the very next day, it switched from my right arm to my left arm. Hey, girl. Anyways, so I was like, this is so strange. Like, why do I feel like there's growing pains? Like, it kind of felt like it was like in the muscle and even in the bone. And I was like, what is happening? Like, but once again, I was kind of gaslighting myself, like making it like I was being crazy. Like, there's no way that this stuff isn't working because... Noah, come on. Sorry about that. I had to like shut her out because that's squeaking and she wanted to play fetch, and I'll play fetch with her later. Don't get mad at me. I will play fetch with her later. I promise. Like Scout's honor. She's not abused or anything. She's fine. Anyways, so I was kind of like, you know, this is all in your head. Stop overthinking it. Like when I talked to her, I thought I was going to have an MRI in March. I think the whole COVID nonsense kind of pushed that back. So now I'm not getting an MRI until September. So the last MRI I got was like in March of 2019. So between March of 2019 till now, I don't know if my brain's gotten any worse. I don't know if I have new lesions or anything. And I'm not going to know until September. And so I was kind of like, you know, maybe just wait until September. you've kind of gone untreated with this for years. What's a couple of months? You know, it's fine. And so I went to bed that night, and of course, me overthinking everything, I had a nightmare. So I literally had a dream that I was in my doctor's office, and I was sitting there, and the nurse practitioner who I see, because my neurologist, he has so many people, he can't see me all the time, so I usually see his nurse practitioner, and I was talking to her, and she was like going over my MRI, and there was lesions all over the place. She was talking about how I was going to have to get more aggressive treatment because the one I was on was not working. And so it was like one of the scariest real life dreams, because I do actually have MS. This really could happen. I don't think it's happening right now, I hope, but like this is a scenario that could actually play out. Like it's a real life thing. So I was just sitting there kind of devastated, like in my dream, and it felt so real because once again, this could actually happen. So she was telling me all of this terrible stuff about how I'm gonna have to get even more aggressive with my treatment, probably gonna have to do some infusions because right now I'm taking pills, which I like. I don't like needles, once again. So I will take however many pills that you want to give me, just don't make me get shots. And I was sitting there and she was like, yeah, we're gonna have to up this because it's not working. It's getting way worse. So we're gonna have to treat this as aggressively as we can. And so I was mortified, obviously. And I woke up from that dream, and it was like in such a way where I felt like this had actually happened. Like I was like, that was not a dream. Like this actually happened. I'm gonna have to do all this other stuff. Like I don't know what's gonna happen to me. And in a few minutes I was like, oh wait, like this couldn't have just happened because I just met with her and I didn't have another like appointment with her. So there's no way it could have happened. So I talked myself down from that. But I was kind of thinking like, whoa, like, okay, this is kind of serious. I don't know if I should tell her. I don't know if it's just like me overthinking things. And as the next day kind of played on, I went to the bathroom. I got up. I walked into a different bathroom because my house has 2 bathrooms. And I was going to start doing like getting ready for the day or something. And both of my feet started tingling so bad. And I've actually had this symptom before, but it wasn't in my feet, it was in my hands. So I believe it was last November, so November of 2019, I woke up in the middle of the night and my hands were like, you know, I might have already talked about this, but that lasted for hours. And so I was sitting there and I was like shaking out my feet. And once again, I started talking to myself like, no, like this cannot be happening. Like I'm totally fine. I don't know what it is. Maybe I sat for too long or something. Like I hit a nerve somehow. I don't know. But I had to sit there for about 3 minutes, like shaking out both of my feet because they were tingling so bad. And so that has happened. So far, within the past week, I have had growing pains in both of my arms, and both of my feet have started like tingling. Like, you know, when you hit your like funny bone and it has that tingle, that's what it felt like. And so I'm kind of in this space, and I'm kind of reaching out to you guys too, for those of you who have MS. Of course, I will talk to my doctor later. I'm just like so terrified to let her know that I have these what appear to be new symptoms, because I don't want to go to a more aggressive treatment if this is actually working, if this is just me overthinking it. I don't know. So if any of you out there do have MS, if you are on medication and it's actually working for you, do you ever notice like sometimes where it feels like maybe it's not? I don't know, because ever since that happened, I've been perfectly fine. No more tingling, no more growing pains, like nothing else has been wrong ever since those 3 instances has happened. So I've been completely fine ever since, but I'm so worried. Like, I don't know if I should try to get my MRI moved up, which I don't even know if that is possible because of COVID and because of all the other people who have to get MRIs too. Like, I don't know if they can move that stuff around. I am kind of at a loss. I'm kind of scared, kind of nervous. I'm really trying not to Google deep dive on this because I'm pretty sure it's going to tell me I have a brain tumor or something else terrible. And I can't do that. So if anybody has had where you're on a medication, it seems like it's working, and then you have like maybe a day or 3 where something weird happens, but then you're fine after that, and like, is it working for you? I don't know. I just really would like some input, some guidance. I don't know. Like, I feel like I should definitely tell her on my next visit about what I experienced, because if it is getting worse, I definitely need to be more on top of it. I do need to treat it more aggressively if I am actually getting worse. I don't know if I'm getting worse or not. I feel like I'm going crazy because I'm gaslighting myself, and I'm not trusting what I'm feeling because I don't want to believe it. So I don't know. But if you could help me out, tell me your experience. Let me know if this is something that has happened to you and it was just a false alarm, a weird occurrence. Mercury isn't in retrograde that I know of, so I can't blame her. There was like a supermoon the other day though, so maybe that, I don't know. I'm just looking for any any explanation that's not that I'm getting worse, because I really just don't want to hear that right now. But please help me. Tell me your experience so that I can somewhat calm down, because I am now kind of scared and I don't know what's going to happen, but I will be okay. As I said, I'm okay right now. I'm sorry this was like really rambly and all over the place, but this was like, this is how it's kind of been for me, is kind of all over the place. Like one day I'm perfectly fine, no problems. The next day my feet are tingling. So, please let me know what you think. Like I said, I will talk to her about it and see if that's a big enough concern or if it was just some weird occurrence, which I'm hoping that it is. I'll probably give another update after I meet with her, and after we discuss that. I just thought it would be something interesting to note that this medication that I was finally getting used to, and that I was kind of like, okay, maybe this is it, is now possibly not working. I don't know. So prayers would also be appreciated, please and thank you. But that is all that I have for this Emma. Oof, can't even say it. That is all that I have for this MS check-in. Please comment down below, like and subscribe. I will be doing some more stuff. I will be doing some more check-ins on this as well to let you guys know how I'm doing, how it's going. But yeah, that's all I have. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.